you have the pleasure of introducing since you left us for such a long time.
Hi guys, and welcome to our new video.
What are we going to talk today about?
About this beautiful bike. Can we start from the comfort seat?
Wait a second, you didn't even say what this bike is. This bike is MT-07 YAMT edition, which stands for Automatic Edition. We don't have much experience with automatics. I only rode once Honda DCT Rebel 1000, yes, that's correct. And I'm used to, manuals. So today we had the pleasure of testing this thing. So let's see now what...
It was at this moment he knew.
So after minor interruptions...
Now we are extended version.
Yeah, you can see why Tanya was not in my videos, because she was busy being a mother.
Yes. And
I was busy being father, that's why you didn't see so many videos. Or no, I was regular actually.
No, nothing changed for you.
Yes, I'm a bad father. Say something good about me now. Okay, so let's start about this bike. So this bike, first of all, it surprised me in many different ways. So I'm gonna start from the scratch. So let's say from the ergonomy of this bike. Can you now sit on this bike? This is what interests me. I think you can. Let's see.
I'm not.
Yes, you
I'll
can.
try. Wait.
Yes, you can. You did many things that are so strange that of course you can climb with the
This is the most I can do. Just talk.
So you can see now how we sit with a baby. So there is enough space that you can travel around the road.
But should we say that this is only because she was crying? She's not normally on the bike.
Yeah. No, she's not normally on the bike. It's just now because she needs mother. So me and Tanya, we had two MT-07s, previous generation. We really like this bike. We used to travel 630 kilometers one way. So in total, around 1,300 kilometers with some modifications, basically the seat. So you see the ergonomy is okay, is fine. The knees are not too bent and the back is pretty much straight. So it's okay for such a bike. It's not putting you in some turbo sport position where you're leaning too much and you're pretty much here comfortable with the handlebar that's repositioned for this version. It's a little bit closer to the rider, and honestly, while I was riding, I was enjoying this much more than previous generation because it's somehow closer to me, so it's more suitable for somebody who is my size, 182 centimeters, and Tanya is around, what was it?
176.
176. It's like you're starting to shrink down. Okay, so the comfort on this bike, particular one, we have comfort seat that looks really nice. I like it. Over here you have these stitchings and you have this material that's really pleasant and kind of not so grippy. But on the sides, oh man, these bees. On the sides, this is very grippy. This is like for sporty riding, so you cannot sleep on this one. This is just stock one, and as you can see, it's just basically the same as the previous generation. So if I say something from my experience, after riding for like 1 hour 30 minutes, it was pleasant, it was fine, and it is noticeably better than the stock one that my generation's MT-07s had. Tanya, what about you?
This is a well-known seat that has a little bit of incline. That means every time we hit some bump on the road, I went towards you, right?
Yes, and it's happened also now.
Yes.
And it reminded me how awful that feels when she, with her weight, how heavy are you, 90 kilos?
No.
77, 80.
No, I saw the comment that you're telling people that I weigh like with gear 80 kilos. You're insane. This is not true.
Well, with the winter layers.
I do have a little bit more of a natural cushion right now after giving birth. So it was pretty comfortable now.
Okay, but still, we would prefer this change, right? Like what we did with our MT.
Yes, definitely. It needs to be like custom made for any longer trips or whatever.
So, yes, if you, like, for example, raise this part over here and fill it more with the material, you can get more space for your passenger, and with these modifications, with comfort modifications, we were able to comfortably tour without this, hitting each other, sliding down. So this can really be the bike also for two up, of course, if you're willing to sacrifice some comfort on it. Since all these MTs, like I was previously saying, the 09, the 10s, they have this similar sitting area, so it's not a big change between them. Okay, now the sound of this engine, I will put actually the recording, what I recorded while stationary on the bike when it was warmed up. It is nice. It is what's used to be heard from MT-07 CP2 engine, and now it's a little bit accentuated with this one, the grill over here. So it has some openings that a little bit increase this induction noise, and while riding I noticed it. It was not to some extent that you feel like, oh, this is like totally life-changing experience like on CP2. It's not like that. It's subtle, but it adds to the experience. Did you notice anything about the sound from the wind and everything?
No, I was too excited. This was my first time on the bike after October.
After October, man.
Yeah.
Such a long time.
It sounded very nice to me.
Okay. The vibrations of the bike, let's start from you now this time. What do you say?
I felt some on my feet, but it was just minor ones when we went like a little bit higher speed, like not city traffic, but I don't know, probably 80 kilometers per hour or something like that. And it wasn't a deal breaker. It was comfortable still.
Okay, from my side as a rider, I can say that I noticed some vibrations, and somehow I feel like even more noticeable than the last generation MT-07, especially in the higher RPMs. I don't know if it's with these regulations. I think this is Euro 5 plus, if I remember correctly. Maybe because of that, maybe because of these emissions. But when I went like really high RPMs, 8, 9,000, like once or twice, I just wanted to see what's happening. They were really noticeable in the handlebar area and also the pegs. But otherwise, very smooth experience throughout all of the other rev ranges where you would usually ride. Nothing much changed from the last generation, so it was a really pleasant experience. Now, big difference with this bike, of course, is the
make a small break.
brake. Yes.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Thank you for this break. Where were we?
There was no baby. No baby.
No baby more.
Okay. So now we stopped at the place of the engine. I wanted to say something about this gear shifting. So, of course, the big difference over here is this shifter. It allows you to change the modes over here. We have automatic and manual transmission, and also in all of this changing, so you can make the bike change it for you. You can change it. You can override it over here on these pedals, of course. And on the right side, you have this mode button.
So many buttons.
Yeah, so many buttons. It's so
Space
techy.
shuttle.
On the right side, you have this mode button, which will allow you to change between the driving modes. So it will be more softer, it will be more sporty.
Let's sit again, because
Sit again.
the first sitting wasn't proper sitting.
It was proper sitting, actually. It was.
No, I
original.
was standing on my toes from this side.
So, like I said, the shifting itself. This was the major thing when I was thinking about this bike, like how would it perform. And the thing is, no matter which mode I'm in, me being experienced rider, I can always shift it smoother. But this is also if I'm too much like trying to be sporty or trying to pull the best lean angle, or if I want the best cruising behavior of the bike, I will be like very picky and I will be saying like, oh, this can be better, and it can really be better. This is the first generation what Yamaha did over here, and for first generation they did it really well, but it's still, like I said, will have some twitching between the gears.
I didn't feel this.
This is another thing.
I
This is
didn't
what I wanted to say.
I heard some tuck sound, but I didn't feel it.
When you, for example, this is what I tried then seeing how it performs. Like when I want to shift up, and of course I'm on the gas, and I want to shift up, it will be like slight surge. Also going down, it will have this one as well. But if I, for example, want to go up in gear, and I want to pedal it up by myself with these pedals on the left, then if I release the gas and shift and keep the gas, you know, again, it will be perfectly smooth. So it's like depending on the revs and depending on how you shift, it will be, you know, different experience with this thing. But to this point, like I said, if you, for example, also keep the gas and you want to downshift, it will do some surge, but it will be less noticeable if you release the gas.
What is a surge?
You know, this surging feeling, like the bike stutters a little bit because it's like it's losing power because it's detaching the gears and then, you know, again catching it. So it's not perfect and it's not on some kind of high level, but it's okay, you would say. So that's why I was like mixed about all this. On the other side, this automatic transmission, it's really like providing nice, chilled, relaxed experience while riding, because you don't have to think about what the bike is doing when you need to shift. It does pretty nice job. Now, for example, when I was going in a twisties, and I was trying to figure out like what is the bike doing? Does it shift when I would shift or no? And it's not really like that. If I want to be very sporty, I put in a sport mode. Everything is like complete from the setup side. Still, I would downshift more than the bike downshifts. Why would I do it? Because if I'm riding really sporty, really technical, I would like to have higher RPMs and more engine braking and more engine responsiveness on the gas. And the bike drops the gear, it does fine, so you still have torque and everything, but I would just prefer a little bit, you know, lower gears. So if you're very picky, if you are kind of very sporty, if you want very big control over the bike, also when you make some U-turns, some tight turns, of course, when you don't have this clutch pull, you know, control, this will be a little bit strange. But on the other side, if you love CP2, if you want to like relaxed experience, not think about this one, if you don't like shifting for some reason, if you maybe become a little bit older years, you are like, oh, I don't even want to think about it anymore, you know, or if you became father like me, like you're just, I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Yes, because we don't sleep very well.
Yes, and you don't want to think about all these things.
There's no time to think about the gear
You'll just
shifting.
buy this thing and you just go with it, because the engine again is gem over here. So you said, Tanya, from the passenger side, you don't feel any of these things.
But this doesn't concern the pillion side. Don't worry, the pillion is fine. I just hear tuck.
Yes, and this tuck is what I also hear, especially here more in front, being closer to the front part of the bike. It's like mechanical thing. It's like something is being hammered, you know, like toof, toof. So it's not very smooth. It's not very refined when it does it. You can hear it. You can feel it a little bit. Even like it just slightly vibrates, you know, like a joystick when it gives you some input. But it's not that deal breaker. So it's not a deal breaker. It's just something to be cautious about. Did I say it right?
Yes.
All right.
But for me, it doesn't make any difference because Stefan somehow changes the gears very smoothly. So I never have this thing. So it was a normal ride for me, which means this, how do you call this one that changes by itself?
Automatic gears.
Yes,
shifting, yeah.
I think it passed the test.
Yes, and of course you should like consider me, because I'm I was usually riding 2 up, so I was used to, you know, shifting them very smooth. So I don't know how it is with the other riders. Acceleration of the bike, typical CP2, very responsive, very fun. It's this engine, out of all the engines I had, I tested, I tried, is my favorite. Just for very usable power, great acceleration, direct response. This bike is very fun, enjoyable to ride, and I always recommend anybody who is like looking at specs, not to look at the specs, go and test ride it, try it, and you will see how this thing actually performs.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What do you think about this color?
Of your nails?
No, this bike.
Of this bike?
Yes. I like it.
Oh, you like it? I thought it's a tricky question. I like it.
That's why I helped you.
I like it as well. It has
I think it's nice.
these blue wheels. Yeah, it looks fine. Since you actually mentioned this,
But somehow I have a feeling that this part is bigger than on
Now.
the previous. Yes.
maybe here in front, but I think ours had more on this rear side over here, wider. I don't know. I don't really know.
No, I feel like I'm a little bit higher up, and also that it's bigger here.
What do you say about the finishing of the bike? These plastics, the looks, all these things.
I have low standards. I like it.
Stand-
Maybe it's perfect. Maybe it's not. I like it.
Is this how you picked me?
No.
Low standards.
No.
Oh my
no.
god. Okay, so this is funny, but it's not funny. Brakes, very responsive, very good. Direct response, like I'm now used to my Transalp adventure bike, so this one like a couple of times surprised me, like it's immediately catches and brakes. Very sporty. Also the rear one, just for the use case of the street and also for technical rides, it's everything you would want from it. Tanya, how did you feel under this acceleration, braking?
Standard. Everything standard. Like on the MT bike, I find it very fun. But I find it uncomfortable without the case here, because I became a lazy pillion, you know. When here is a case, then I can just rest. This time I had to hold very tight, and
Yeah, you grabbed me.
I don't know, I think this is a fun bike.
The mirrors, they changed them a little bit for this generation, and I don't know if I remember correct. I think I do. They're quite similar. No vibrations on them, nothing that will bother you, nothing that will limit your vision. And you see typical Yamaha thing, you see a little bit of your arms, like 1/3 or more, depending on how you set up them. But you have nice vision of what's happening behind you.
Yes.
So now
This is a strange part.
this part, you went straight to the accessories.
This is a strange part.
What do you say about these things?
Very strange.
Very strange?
Yes. Somehow I'm missing this upper part.
And this is also quite expensive thing.
Which
this
one?
setup, this holder, this windshield.
This part
these
I
things.
like. This I like. But this I didn't. I thought it's naked here. And now I'm very surprised when I came front.
Well, since we touched this topic, I wanted to say something else about what's a bit strange. Now, CP2s, these engines of MTs, the induction, all of this, it was imitated, let's say. Why? Because over here you had these holes from previous generations, big holes, and it looked like they are pulling the air inside, but there was just nothing inside. Now it's like they're not even trying to make it look over there a little bit muscular and like it has some holes. You see, it's like on these modern cars, it's just a plastic thing that you see. It's like looking like it's grill, but it's not grill.
No,
So
you don't think it's this thing.
yes, it's just they make it over here angular and that's it. Well, I prefer if it was like a hole over there on the side, but I don't know what you think about this.
Well, this is a very personal topic. You know,
Personal.
everybody has different tastes, but very strange, this one.
If we go to the cruising and low speed handling and behaving of the bike, there is no this jerkiness like on some modern bikes. It's probably, I mean, you can sense it to some extent because it's still two-cylinder bike, but it's nothing like bothersome that will just, ruin the experience for you. It's like the previous generations, even though the emissions are really strict, they didn't change something in a bad way about this. Did you notice anything like some like jerkiness, some like on and off feeling?
No, not really. I mean, the MT is a jerky bike, so you have some of it, but it wasn't like something terrible.
Okay, on to the other thing. They stiffened the suspension for this generation, and it's basically really noticeable. It's not like very subtle. You notice it immediately. So the suspension this time, like many people were complaining previously on the MT bikes that are like loosened, that they don't give them some kind of security in corners or whatever. I didn't notice this, since mostly when I go in corners, I'm trying to position the bike to be even more upright. I'm going with the body to lean more so I can react. I have more reaction space if something occurs in the corner, so I'm not pushing the bike to the limit down. And for me, it was always really nice for the street. Now it's even better for sporty riding. It's even stiffer. It's even harder on the preload.
But what do you think about the Serbian roads?
Yes, now if you're on some kind of mixed roads or your country has a little bit worse roads, you will notice it. Like last
Good for stone kid. Help me.
stones in kidneys. Stone in kidneys.
Yes, that's
Yes.
what I wanted to say.
I think, yeah. So 1 kilometer before I stopped over here to reach my destination, I started crying under my helmet because this thing, I think because I'm used to now riding with soft bike, started hurting me because of how soft, how hard it was. And the road, of course, in Serbia, in many places, we have road imperfections, holes, potholes, everything. So it's noticeably less comfortable for these things in this generation. Now, did you notice anything about this as a passenger?
I felt every bump and it wasn't very comfortable regarding suspension, but it was something I was prepared regarding this bike. I knew that MT series is just like that.
Price opinion, 8.5 for non-automatic and 9.5 for automatic. Times are changing, prices are changing. When these things launched, it was like around 5.5 thousand. It increased by lots, by 3,000 euros. The engine got not, I mean, the engine wasn't changed. It's the same. Honestly, for this generation, I expected Yamaha to bump the capacity to maybe 750 cc's, to call it maybe MT-08, to have 10 more horsepower. This was very natural for me, thinking about the other bikes in the range, like Suzuki, what they have, GSX 8S, or the Honda Hornet, but they didn't do it. I think it's bad they didn't do it. I believe this engine would be amazing if it has even like 10 more horsepower for 2-up like riding, which I used to do with this bike, or maybe when you go open roads, so maybe in that way maybe also the gears will be a little bit longer, so when you go open the bike on this road, you will have more like acceleration sensation, more power under your hand. But they didn't do it this time, and it's just their opinion. On the other side, they improved it on the suspension thing. Now we have inverted forks, we have stiffer suspension, we have some electronics, which I don't believe this bike needs very much, and this automatic transmission, lovely thing that they started doing on CP2, and also the cruise control, which I didn't mention previously. This bike for 9.5 has the cruise control, and I believe many CP2 owners and lovers will enjoy this thing. So at the end, I think the price could be lower. I believe this price is a little bit too high, but it is what it is when the manufacturers realize that this thing is selling. It goes, it sells. It's very reliable machine. I believe this thing, you buy it and you can go like 200,000 kilometers. It's really that you pay for this kind of reliability thing. But it could be lower, really, especially nowadays. Tanya, what do you think?
I like this bike.
The price, I said.
I think, just let me talk. I like this bike. I think the prices could always be a little bit lower, especially because it's a two-wheeler. You know, it's not like a family car or whatever. But since I'm a MT lover, I would say I would buy it.
No, also be. I mean, I understand what you're
I
saying.
would spend my money, yes.
Of course, there's no reason not to spend it on a bike that's so reliable. The TFT you turn it on, it shows you all of the information that you need. Over here, they put smaller display than the whole size of this thing. On the sides, you have this old school lights that will show you the blinkers, the ABS, the traction controls, engine light. So I think they could have done a little bit better job, probably making this screen a little bit bigger, not in terms of the whole size, just the screen area, because as you can see, it's very minimalistic. The rev range, but the kilometers and the range, the odometer range and the gears are very clearly visible. So it's really fine. It gives you basic information. Tanya, what do you say about this?
I don't like it.
This is the first thing you don't like about it, right?
I don't like. I think we're past this. You know, like
This portion of
yes, this portion of free space. I think it's like the TVs we had in like 2000s or whatever. And also, I think it's better for I have bad eyesight, so I would prefer to have it, you know, on the whole screen so I can see how fast we're going from here, so I can micromanage. You know, I need to see, and I think they could have done a little bit better job designing this one, but yeah, okay, that's the job.
what would you say as a conclusion?
Say, I like this bike.
What would be your rating out of 10?
10.
And who would you recommend this bike to?
Me.
And who else? Who would be happy with this bike?
Well, you know, somebody that does city riding and likes the curves, but knows how to behave, because this bike has, you know, this torque and it can be dangerous. So I think you need to be a little bit experienced for this bike, but overall, I would recommend this to everybody. This is a cool bike.
Well, I think you said everything. Lots of riders love this. Less experienced, more experienced.
I think this bike has the perfect height for me. I like this. When I sit here, you know, it's easy. Remember
Yes.
this height for me.
Yeah, it's very lightweight to move it around, to live with it, to stop on the stoplight, to put your feet down on the ground. Very confidence inspiring. You can travel with it. Of course, there is no some kind of wind protection, but
When I sat here, I felt like tall enough to see what's going on around me, but also grounded enough. You know, like if I fall or something, the ground is not too
false
far.
sense of security.
Yes, this is how I felt.
Well, yeah, like you said, now with this automatic option, you can choose whatever you want. You have cruise control option. Really good bike for everything. The reason why we changed it was basically because I wanted even more comfort for these bad roads in Serbia. I wanted more
Yes,
comfort.
but we were going a lot of this very adventure roads, you know, like the other countries and everything, and we had lots of cases and stuff, and we are
Yes.
heavy, so this bike is small for that. It would be perfect
Yes,
if I also had a license, and then I have one and you have the other.
2 MT-07, that's our future, baby. Because this is the bike we love so much. And we love MT-10, don't forget about that one. But this is very much
Yes.
useful option.
But
Not
just so you
crazy.
know, guys, Stefan is not allowing me to have this license because sometimes I mistake what's left, what's right.
You can imagine why I don't allow her. Yeah, so other reason why we
Sad story.
sold it is for the wind protection on the highway, because I ride so much. I started hearing this kind of tinnitus in my ear. So and also winter rides. So I wanted more protection, but I stayed in this, let's say, range of 700cc bike, 270 cross plane Transalp. But like Tanya said, if you're any type of rider, I don't just recommend this bike for new riders, even though it's very accessible, low reach and everything. The torque of it, you know, it's nothing to be like to think about it like as a beginner bike at all. It's it really gives you this feeling that you're one with it and you can really ride very freely with it. So if you also like to tour but don't mind the wind, especially you go side roads, not many highways, this bike, you buy it and you forget about it. Reliability is top notch, so just go for it. If you have the previous generation, I don't know if I would recommend it. Nothing special changed. Only if you want automatic transmission or cruise control, go for it. Or if you made lots of kilometers, but otherwise, like, or if you like the styling, of course. Otherwise, probably there is not much reason to change. But if you're in the market, definitely 10 out of 10.
Where do you get this inspiration for talking?
I don't know, man. I think
I think this video is long enough. Have we said everything?
I don't know. You remind me.
I zoned off a couple of times, so I'm not sure.
Sign us out.
See you in the next one.
Bye bye. Special thanks to Yamaha Barel for lending us this bike.